Alright, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Nasi coming back to another video. Before I do anything, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostle elders, a great millstone who teach well, and peace I taste to Yakim on the four winds, pushing truth, sincerity, and diligence. Alright. Alright, it's going to be a quick video, quick and straight to the point. For something that I was actually literally before I got in my truck to leave work, I was having a conversation with a northern kingdom guy and a Jake Judite, and basically what the conversation was about first it started off speaking about mannerism, moods, emotions, and anger, and what they lead up to, but then the conversation moved. What this lesson is gonna be, what the video gonna be basically about, was what it moved to before us leaving. We had like a few minutes left, like a few minutes before we can badge out and leave and everything like that. And they got to talking about the nations, right? They got to talking about America, China, South Korea, North Korea, all the EU. They talking about the EU nations. They talked about NATO, and I was just running it with them and everything to see what, just kind of seeing where their heads was, letting them talk and shit like that, asking them certain questions. And all in all is, Jake really trusts America, man. Jake really has his trust in Esau Edom, wholeheartedly, without a shadow of a doubt. That's what his trust is, both of them, and Jake. And it doesn't surprise me, but hearing Jake say, yeah, man, shit, America is the greatest country in the world. It'll never, and I'm like, yeah, it's going down now. And the other one was like, no way, bro. It's too strong. The military too strong. This and that. It just shows where their trust is. Where they're where they want to be, where they see themselves the next couple, 10 years, 30 years from now. It's just Jake has his whole vision planned out of what his life can be and what it will be, and what they think it will be. What it will be, what they believe it will be, what they hope it will be. Down the line, man. But I just basically want to do this video, because when Jake see the things that's gonna befall this place, it's gonna cut him to the core, man. Because what they were hearing it, they were getting warned, they were getting told that this was going to happen and how it was going to go down, and what ultimately to do. What is the everything? You got a cause and effect, but you still have a solution. Things are something that you can do to resolve whatever it is that has been placed before you. And the solution is to serve Yahweh Shem Shah, so that you don't be partakers of what is to come. Right, instead of putting your trust in Esau Edom, man, and his power structure, which the Lord had given him, man. You see, because the scriptures clearly let it be known that the Lord. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that first. This is Daniel's 4. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at. Should I start at 17? Yeah, I'm 17. That's where it is at 17. I was thinking about 25 for a reason. Oh, that was them being driven away. Yep. But this is scripture. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, right? It says, this matter is by the decree, the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. You see, and then when you continue to read, it gets to talking about how Esau Edom is the basis of man, how he was chased away, he was driven from among men, basically to dwell with the beasts of the earth. When you read the book of Job, it talked about how low Esau was, and how they then, basically became to rise up. you know. But all in all, it shows that what about Esau, Edom being the basis of man, he's not fit to rule, you know. And I just recorded in transit talking about that. You know, he's not fit to rule. He's not set up to be a ruler in well, he is set up now in this society, but in the near future, right? The next kingdom to come, which is going to be an eternal kingdom, right, for eternity, right? He's not going to receive of immortality and rule in that kingdom of heaven, man, right? This is his heaven, right, which is going to be turned to his hell, right? And that's why when you read in the book of Isaiah 14, it tells you, because see, the scriptures is all about the fall of Esau, Edom, right? This is Isaiah 14, future prophecy. This is the point I wanted to get. This is 14 and 9. It says, "Hail from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations." You see? So it tell you that hail from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming, man. Because what? The kingdom is going to be Esau, Edom's hail, man. You know? It says so basically all of the things that was placed upon us, being that this is our hell, and we're having to go through certain, go through affliction, and being subject to him in this time in the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be on earth, that's going to play out on earth. Esau, Edom is going to have to shoot that same subjection, man, under what? Yahweh Shai, man. You see? So it says, and all they Shalakia. It says, "And all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" Because what? Esau, Edom is going to be brought down, man. Right? The scripture even tell you that the Lord is going to make him least among the heathen, man. So it shows you how low he is. It's going to actually go into it. This is how low Esau, Edom is going to be. It says, "Thy pomp," which goes into his pride, right? That pride, that haughtiness that he have, right? That pride that he have, the citizens believing in, having that same sense of pride within themselves, believing in the witchcraft of Esau, Edom. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart," Salakia, 12. It says, no, 11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave." So that means, hey, it was brought low. It says, "And the noise of thy vowels, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee," man. So Esau, Edom is going to be lower than the worms, man. He's going to have he's going to be brought back to his natural estate, his natural position in the what they call it, man. Damn. I'm gonna just say the order of life, man. you know, he's the bottom, man. Everything in the order of life has a status in the position, right, within life, and Esau Edom is the very last, right? But that's why, being that this is his kingdom, he cast us at the bottom of the food chain, man. But shortly, but he's finna return back to that, man. He's about to return back to his natural habitation. Right, and so are we, because the scriptures tell you that the Lord raised us up as kings and priests, man, and a highly favored nation, man, right? He said that what I have told you, that ye are gods, man. So that means we are the true possessors of power, right? Which we will receive if we continue to walk in the way and the will of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Say that he that keepeth my words, and to the end, to him will I give power over the nations. You see, so this is the things that part of the reward that the Lord is basically going to give unto us, right? Because I tell you in the book of Revelation, Yahweh Shai himself even said, he said, "Ye shall receive as I have received of my Father." You see? What it was off in it. Since I'm in Isaiah, I just get this, right? Because what? This kingdom is going to fall. Two kingdoms it can't be two kingdoms, man. It can't be two kings, two rulers, right? Hey, one gotta go. It's either one or the other, right? And Esau, Edom is most definitely going down, man, right? And matter of fact, let me get this. This is so lock it real quick. get this. Let me get this. Dang, I can't remember. Salakia. I think, let me see. Let me try this right here. Bear with me. I'm in the wrong book. I gotta be. Yeah, I can't find it. Salakia. I'm gonna just get this. This is what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna just get this. I'm gonna get that. Least it be turned upside down. I'm gonna get that because I couldn't find another scripture. Salakia. If I get it, I'll just put it in the comment board. I'm gonna get this. This second Esdras 4:29. It says if that's blowing me, I can't. It says if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, right? So what's being sown within the earth? Wickedness, right? Confusion, right? Bitterness, right? Everything that is contrary to Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's why he tells you in the book of Hosea 4:1, he said that he have a controversy against the land because there is no truth, nor knowledge, nor mercy in the land, man. Because what? Of the ruler that's being set up. You see? It says, if therefore that which is sown, and what the Lord's ultimately doing is showing us how not to be, right? Putting Esau Edom up in rulership is showing him exactly why he's not going to be put in trust of the gospel for sure, because that's what we was given, or in trust with the kingdom of heaven. You see, by being on top, by being what one issuing out the order of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord's not going to put him in that status and position because he's not fit. He was from the beginning. He wasn't created or chosen to be within that position, but it's a remnant that was, right. Lord willing, we'll be up that number. It says, and if the place where the evil was sown pass not away, then cannot it come that which is sown with good. So the kingdom cannot come, lest this kingdom fall. You see? So one kingdom has to go, right? And we know that the one that's eternal. It's forever. It's the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, right? It's not going anywhere, right? So Esau Edom and his carnality has to go, right? Because he's going to even get to the point where he's going to try and fight the Lord, right? But he won't stand. Right, I believe it's the second Ezra where it talk about how the Lord lifted up neither hand nor instrument of war, right? But basically what slay them, which will go into the chariots, right? The chariots that was zapping, that's what's going to come, that's what's going to happen, right? It talk about how the Lamb shall overcome them. Yahweh Shai is going to win at the end of the day, right? And being that we're talking about, this place burning, right? It's all leading up to that day of Yahweh Shai's return. So when he returns, that means everything here is going to go, right? I'm going to read this. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord. Destruction, right? Death. It says, take counsel, right? So our people take counsel. They take a covering that is not of the Lord, but it's of Esau Edom, man, right? It says, but not of me, you see? It says, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit. So our people are not moving under the covering of the Lord, nor in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Because if you come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, it's going to be a Bible ball, man, right? So it says that they may add sin to sin, right? Because what? They live in according to the flesh, you see? And their lust, right? Because Esau Edom lives in his lust and his flesh. He's dirty and vile, man, right? So he perverts 2/3 of our people, man, right? So it says that walk to go down into Egypt, right? Be in this place, because what? This place is also considered a spiritual Egypt, right? It says, and have been asked at Salakia, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You see, and that's what our people do, man, right? No, they're not calling on the Lord. They're not calling on the Lord for help, right? But what are they doing? They're going to march in the streets, hoping that they daddy Esau Edom pass some kind of legislative law to help them out, which he never do and he never will, because the scripture say in the book of Jeremiah 15, it says, who shall bemoan thee, O Israel? So when have the heathen ever cared, right? They never care. So you're going to continue to march, continue to protest, continue to do all of that lame ass shit that you do, right? and see that Esau Edom is not with you, he's not on your side, and he doesn't want to give you any help, right? And the script talk about the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So any kind of little help that he act like he's giving you is all a setup, man. There's something behind it, right? So it says the shadow, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, right, be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So these people are going to be in total confusion when they get to seeing the chaos break loose in the world, man. You know, because this place is going to be kindled and engulfed in fire, man. Because, well, hey, what made me think of the scriptures because Jake said out his mouth, he said, man, this is the greatest country in the world. Right, which we know that no one, you know, right now, you know, America is top of the leaderboard. You know, we know this, but when Jake get the trusting in his place as if the Lord won't overthrow it like he will, right? Jake must be forgetting about these other nations that got it out for these motherfuckers out here, man. You know, that Esau Edom is just sleeping on, right? Having his guard down, he get too comfortable. That's why the scriptures say, let us go down into her unwalled villages. See, this prophecy that Russia is going to be stirred up, right? And we're seeing it happen before our face. The Lord is stirring up Russia, stirring up the Medes, man. Right? And shortly they're going to be the missiles are going to be what marching their way over here to Babylon, man. You know, thus said the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get what that was. Okay, let me get this. I'm gonna get this Isaiah. And what it is. I'm gonna get this. Yeah, that's what it is. Isaiah 47. I'm in 30. I'm gonna start this Isaiah 47 and I'm gonna just start at 1. Fuck it. Let's just start at 1. So it's Isaiah 47 and 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. You know, talking about what? America, man, being that virgin daughter, right? Because it's never been penetrated, right? Ever been penetrated yet, man. You know, the Esau Edom has always been the ones dropping the bombs on motherfuckers, man. You know? But it says, oh, virgin daughter of Babylon, says, come sit in the dust, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to come down to the dust. It's going to sit down, right? It's going to be brought low, right? We read in Isaiah 14 about it being brought low, right? It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne. So the Lord is going to take you out of your position of power, man. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, right? You're no longer going to be called tender and delicate, right? It's not going to be a very special place to the world anymore. It says, take the millstone and gird meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. So Esau Edom is going to be exposed, right? For what he really is, weak and fragile, man. It says, I would, it made me think about Charles and White. It says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So, hey, man, hey, because what, matter of fact, since we talking about Yahweh Shah returning and overtaking this place, what did it say? It say that the Egyptians are but men. Matter of fact, let me get that. They don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance against Yahweh Shai, man. This is Isaiah 31 and 3. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. You see, it says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. You see, because you think about the angels that's going to be in those chariots, right? When they return with Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah. Think about how the chariots basically can zap and they can metamorph and they could do whatever they want to do, man, right? And Esau Edom got planes and shit that run off electricity, right? and maybe he might got something that don't, but guess what? It ain't no match for Yahweh Shem Yahshua and his host and what he's coming with, man. Well, he know that, right? That's why he's in fear, right? I found a website, a whole bunch of cheer talking about a whole bunch of cheer sightings and what they call UFOs, right? But he know he don't stand a chance. They shoot at cheers all the time. Guess what? Nothing, right? So he know that his weaponry and the things that he have and his carnality isn't going to save him, man, right? This is something he can't fight his way out of. But Esau, Edom being Esau, he's going to try and fight. But it says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall. You see? So when the Lord returns, all of the nations and everyone that's going to round up and try and fight the Lord, they all going to fall, man. They're all going to die, right? It says, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. You see? Because what? There's no stopping what the Lord is coming to do, man. Right? He said he's going to come and take vengeance, right? He talk about to avenging Jerusalem, right? Coming and basically receiving us. And it's nothing that is scripture say, who shall fear a hungry lion in the wood, right? It's nothing that you can do to stop it, man, right? It says back in Isaiah 47:6, it says, I was wroth, angry, right? With my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. You see, because we were given into the hand of the enemy, right? Because of what our wickedness, right? And that's what the scriptures tell us in the book of Baruch. It say that what the Lord didn't bring us into captivity for our destruction, but for a chastisement. But it was only for a little while, right? Which to us feels like forever, but it ain't been that long, you know? You see? But it says, and where I was. So like I lost where I was. Yep, I lost where I was. Oh, so like it's right here. I was wroth, verse 6. It says, I was wroth for my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. So therefore, what no mercy is going to be shown to Esau Edom? When you read the book of Luke and talk about how it say, wet the dip some water upon his tongue and shit. You know, you're going to want mercy. It's not going to be no mercy given, bro. You're going to get the business, right? We all know. The scripts say meditate terror, man, and he going to get the business. It says, upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Upon our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, and all of them, you know, back then that yoke was laid heavily, man. And with that yoke being laid so heavily, right, it made a generation of yoke holders, man. Right, the yoke was it was on their ass, and when they raised up their children, it was on their ass because they put it on them. And when they raised up their children, and so on and so forth, all the way up to our generation, right? Jake has had a yoke because what Esau Edom had heavily laid down, right? It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, right? So this is what Esau Edom believes, and 2/3 of our people also believe that this place is going to be comely and delicate, and this golden city forever, a lady, right? It says, it's a beautiful thing that the scriptures use the word lady, because what's one thing you don't put your hands on in the world is what they say, what a lady. That's what they say in the world, right? That you don't put your hands on a lady, you don't touch a female, right? But it says that's what they believe, that they shall never be touched, right? It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. You can go around slapping people, doing whatever the hell you want to do to motherfuckers, and nobody's supposed to do nothing because you're a lady. You're a female, you're a woman, right? This is, you know, how Esau Edom is maneuvering. It says, so that thou didst not lay these things in thy heart, neither didst thou remember. And I'm not telling people promoting brothers to go beat women up or, you know, nothing like that. I'm just, you know, breaking the scripture down. You're making it plain upon tables, right? It says, lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. You see, so Esau Edom didn't consider the latter end, and that's something that we also have to consider, right, before we make moves. That's why the scriptures talk about the wisdom of the Lord being a light into our steps, into our feet, lamp. I can't remember how it's worded, but you get what I'm talking about, Salakia. You know, because what the scriptures tell you, it tell you that for us to remember the wrath that is to come in the end, right, that we want to be delivered from, right? If we want to be delivered, we gotta continue to live in the words of the Lord, right? Because it tell you, say, well, the fear of the Lord is present and draweth away wrath and sin. So we're fearing Yahweh Shem Shai, right? We're not gonna do anything to provoke him to anger, so that way we don't be on his bad side. It says, therefore, here, because what? 2/3 of our people, they're not considering the latter end, because guess what? They're moving in the vibration of Esau, Edom. Fuck it, YOLO. We only, hey, we gonna live our life to the fullest, and we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna smoke some cocaine, smoke some weed, do some drugs. We gonna do what the hell we want to do. Who ain't nobody gonna stop. That's how our people are moving, because what? Esau, Edom is moving in that same vibration, right? It says, therefore, hear now this, right? Thou that art given to pleasures. It says that dwell, because what? This place is a harlot house, man. Right? Babylon itself is that that whore that wanders in the street seeking to who she can take, man. You see? It says, therefore hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, because Esau Edom believes that he's untouchable. He believes that he's God. And that was his whole motive, is to be set up in power to act as if he is God, right? The scripture tell you that he sit in the tabernacle in the temple, showing that he is God, and above all that is to be esteemed as God, you know? Tell you, he's actually trying to put away the thought of there is a God, you see? So that what everyone ultimately fears and treat him as God, man, right? As the highest, right? It says, none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And this is what Esau Edom's pride is about, man, right? And 2/3 of our people have the same fucking pride, man, in this devil, that they won't, that Esau Edom, this kingdom won't be go widowhood or see the loss of children. You see? These people don't believe in the allies and the European nations turning their backs on Esau Edom. They don't believe that these things are going to happen, right? But it will, man, according to prophecy, right? It says, but these two things shall come, and it says, to thee in a moment, and one day, right? And one day, in a moment, out of nowhere, suddenly, right? It says, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee, and their perfection, because what the scriptures talk about, how the prophets have their perfect time, right? And perfection in time, right? It says, because it's the timing of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is what? Perfect. It says, for the multitude of thy sorceries, because what? The witchcraft and the sorcery that he do is not working for him anymore, man. It says, and for a great abundance of thine enchantments, right? And that's how he has the masses, right? And that's how he has the world drinking of the wrath of his fornication by his sorceries and his enchantments, man. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath prevented thee. You see, it says, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. This is him having that pride, him walking in his witchcraft and his sorcery and all of his philosophies and wickedness, man. You see, this is that yeah. I like it. You know, this is the same thing that our people in the tree that our people are eating from, man. You know, that's going to cause them to be killed, right? Grievously, right? Because they're going to be partakers of it. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly. Desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, right? Because we read the book of Jeremiah 50, it says what Esau Edom is trapped, he is caught and was not aware, right? Because the Lord has set a snare before him, man, right? And it's all being played out now. We're seeing it now, right? The Lord did already lay the cheese out for the little rat, man, right? And we finna hit his motherfucking, this trap snap on his neck, right? And hear him weasel, right? Because that's what the Lord is coming to do, man, right? And this is what's coming. According to the scriptures, you know, I didn't want to make it too long. I could have kept, kept going. I didn't want to really make it too long. Just I feel like the point is made. you know, that what Ahbad Babal, to be honest, you know, because hearing Jay say that kind of like in my mind, I'm just like, man, you niggas is gonna fucking die, you know, right? And that's just what it's gonna be. But you know, with that, you know, Lord willing, I pray this video was edifying and exhortation to you. I can continue to push, continue to do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, continue to prophesy, right? Continue to let these nations know what is to come, and continue to let the elect know daily, right, right, that what the kingdom is coming, that Yahweh Shai is surely to return, you know. So with that, Lord, when I pray it was edifying, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. I'm going to give double honor to the apostle, elders, a great millstone, who will teach well. And peace, salutations to you, Akim on the four winds, pushing his truth, to sincerity, and diligence. Till next time, Shalom.